Now we've seen what happens when the Fed typically raises rates, but it doesn't always go as smoothly as 2022, even as that year was far from smooth for the stock market. Compared to some other moments, though, that decline is nothing. So let's talk about sudden, extreme bouts of weakness. Let's talk crashes, including crashes exacerbated by the Fed. Sooner or later, it will happen again. I want you to be ready for it. In my whole career, I've only recommended selling everything 4 times. October 15th of 1987, October 8th of 1998, March of 2000, and most importantly, October of 2008. 3 of these calls were dead right. Kind of amazing. One was dead wrong. Really amazing. Almost destroyed my hedge fund. First, there's the crash of 87. Going into the year, things were looking pretty darn good. The economy accelerated. Our stock market was flooded with Japanese money. This was the 80s, when Japan was the rising economic power in the world. And they had no qualms about purchasing American stocks at virtually any price. Their buying drove up valuations to absurd levels. At the peak, the Dow was selling for 29 times earnings, which was insane. Even in a blazing hot economy, that'd be ridiculously expensive. We had already pulled back a bit from the late August highs, 2,700, heading into October of 87. Then the true crash occurred in 2 stages. First, we set about 400 points from the 2,600 level in a hideous middle of October. Then we had Black Monday and Terrible Tuesday, which knocked off more than 600 points in 2 days. All told, the market lost nearly 40% of its value in a few weeks' time. What caused the decline? Well, it was a group of charlatans, yes, I said charlatans, that had been selling a fancy new product that was called portfolio insurance. Basically used futures to stop out any fund down about 5%. But the S&P futures were still a relatively new thing, and they didn't work as advertised. Down 5%, the insurance kicked in, which then led to a flood of sell orders and a wipeout of bids on both the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. It was like throwing gasoline on an already burning building.